Hi there, I'm Jamie Dunbar, and welcome back to the Dunbar Dog Diaries, The Puppy Next Door. This is Week 6, Video 3. In our last session, I introduced Daisy to Kelly. In this video, Kelly and I are going to introduce Daisy to a couple of puppies that Kelly is currently taking care of. However, before we jump into the video, I just wanted to say that if you are enjoying this series and want to learn more about dog training and behavior, make sure to check out our self-guided dog training courses at dunbaracademy.com. We have hundreds of hours of dog training videos, lectures, and seminars, as well as worksheets and ebooks, all of which can be purchased individually, or you can get access to all of it as part of our $20 Top Dog Academy subscription. Alternatively, if you're interested in real-time, live online puppy classes with some of the best puppy training instructors in the world, check out our sister site, SeriousPup.com. Our small, live online classes will teach you all the essential skills you need to raise and train your puppy or adult dog, and the best part is, you will have access to a real live instructor who will coach and guide you through any issues you might have and answer all of your dog training questions. It's easily one of the best ways to get the support you need to raise a puppy, all without leaving the comfort of your own home. If you're interested in either of these, we'll provide links to both in the description down below. Okay, with that out of the way, let's jump into the video. But before we do, I just want to say that the puppies that Daisy is going to be meeting in this video have had all of their shots and are in good health. Since Daisy's immunizations are not yet complete, we only want to introduce her to dogs that we know are healthy, either because they have their immunizations or because they are puppies whose owners are taking the same precautions we are to keep them healthy. Okay, with that said, I want to start by showing you a few seconds of Daisy's reaction when we first brought another puppy into the training studio. Okay, this is Daisy seeing Astro for the first time. And Daisy has thoughts. Okay, Daisy. Yeah.
Astro, hurry up.
You're about to meet Astro. Astro is going to go...
Astro,
Hey, sweetie.
Astro,
Okay.
hurry up.
Astro's going to be back.
Hurry up.
Wow. So that was, by far, the most barking and reactivity I have seen out of Daisy since I first met her. I haven't introduced Daisy to any new dogs yet, and it looks like we may be a little behind in this area because Daisy was not at all comfortable. Now, part of that could have been Daisy feeling trapped in her crate with this new dog in her space. But regardless, we want Daisy to feel totally at ease in the presence of other dogs. So let's see if we can help her feel more comfortable. All right, so Kelly and Astro just came in, and this is our first time seeing Daisy really barking up a storm.
Yeah,
So,
she is.
How do we want to handle this, Kelly?
Well, I think in this case, she's feeling confined. I would let her out. Astro's a safe dog. He's a puppy. He's still got some puppy teeth even. And he's vaccinated and, of known origin. So we're just going to let her... He's on leash, so I can keep him from following her.
So I'm going to let her out?
I'll let her come out
All
and
right.
just
Here you go, Daisy.
decide what she wants
You
to
can
do.
say hi to Astro.
And he's a good candidate for this because he's very friendly, but he's also kind of mellow. He lives with another dog, and he's met all of my various dogs and a couple other client dogs. So he's a pretty cool customer.
All right.
And it's, in this case, better that he's a little older, too, right? Because he's, he can kind of
More
lead the
focused.
way. He can lead, and he's more focused. Good. Astro. Little sniff. And he's lying down, which is perfect. Now, can't really force him to do this in this situation. He's too young for that. But he's, I'm hand feeding him a little bit, and he's completely comfortable lying down so he doesn't tower over her. He has Astro. Here.
Let me know if I should hand feed her at all.
If she, you can try interrupting if she comes near you. But he's rambunctious because he's young. But he's, again, this is why I'm holding his leash. So he can't follow her.
Right.
And she gets to decide whether she wants to approach or not.
Which she
Daisy,
kind
would
of
you like a
does.
stick? She's a little too stressed to eat right now.
Mm-hmm.
Stressed and distracted.
Right.
So that's something to take note of.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably really important that Daisy starts meeting more dogs if she hasn't. Seems like that might be a little hole in her program.
Yeah, okay.
And a lot of people, and I understand she lives with another dog on the property where she lives, right?
Yeah.
So people sometimes think of that as, oh, she's with dogs. She
Yeah.
understands dogs. But it doesn't necessarily mean that. It means she knows
That other dog I've never seen do this.
Yeah.
That other dog's pretty mellow, pretty old, pretty quiet.
He's being very social. He's bending his elbows, but of course he's hopping up a little bit. And now she's checking in on you. So give her some and she'll take it.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
She took it and then she came over. She's also a schnauzer, so part of this is she's conflicted. She's playing and she's giving nice play bows and raised paws. Astro, you missed it. But she's also kind of backing up, and she's barking partially out of excitement, partially out of fear and stress, maybe. But he's being a pretty good puppy friend.
Mm-hmm. Wow, never had that before. She took a piece of food and was holding it, but then paused, and it was just stuck in her teeth, and and then she finished eating it. So obviously Astro doesn't.
That's playful on her part. She wants to play.
Mm-hmm.
And the little jerks are also very playful movements, the little electric shocks. So she's she's speaking dog, but she's still a little unsure. He's big.
Maybe move a little bit back, where that camera doesn't get past that line. So.
Notice she likes when he turns away from her.
She likes that.
Yeah, she comes towards his butt and doesn't like it as much when he's frontal. Come here.
Yeah, Daisy, this is another dog. Yeah. And this is a fun, goofy dog. Very friendly. Nothing to worry about. You're being very brave. We can see.
Take a little break here so Astro's turned away from her and not overwhelming her. Let her just kind of watch.
Doesn't Astro have a nice butt?
Oh, it's a nice butt, huh?
Nice little doggy butt. And so obviously Astro doesn't have any sort of resource guarding. That seems like that would be a terrible idea.
Yeah.
For a first.
Would not be a great
dog to meet. Because we're using food here.
And I would say this is a little bit of a holder program. We should have done a little bit of this earlier. That said, she grew up with litter mates and she does speak dog. It is more important that she meets people and goes out in the world.
Yeah.
Because those things are not as naturally, just accepting to a young dog. I'm kind of, just making sure he stays over here a little bit. So.
But yeah, this is definitely good to know, and we will, now that we know.
Try to feed them both.
Try to feed them both, at the same time.
Yeah, have them next to each other.
Like that.
Or near each other, anyway.
There you go.
2 hands, 2 puppies.
2 hands, 2 puppies. That seems smart. We're not going for the.
Also helps with not having resource guarding, right? If you can hand feed next to each other and everyone's getting rewards. 1 for you, 1 for you. There you go. There you go, Astro. He has a short friend, so he's used to getting low and such.
Yeah, it's so funny how dogs can come in such different sizes. Imagine if, one of us towered over the other one. Kind of weird. Here you go, Astro. There you go. Oh, yeah. Very gentle.
Good boy, Astro.
Oh, yes.
Trying really hard, aren't you? And you can see developmentally the difference in just they're a month apart in age? Or, I can't do math. How is she? She's probably about 14 weeks.
She's 14 weeks.
Yeah, so they're 6 weeks. Not even. Not even. They're 4 weeks apart.
You said he's 18 weeks?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they're a month apart.
So, you can see that there's developmentally a little bit of the difference. And you see how he just automatically goes into his downs and he's offering behaviors for the food and being a good boy. And this is a nice relaxed position so Daisy can just hang out for a second with him, let her approach him while he's being mellow. And just don't want to put any pressure on him. Daisy being the newbie and the more insecure one in this situation and the smaller one, she's free to be off leash and come and go as she wants. And Astro is being restrained a bit so that...
So if she wants to get away, she can.
And yeah.
She wants to take a break, she can.
She can come and check in. Good boy, Astro. Let's do no food for a second. He wants to solicit play, and it's good that you're there, and she can hide and peek. She's just got to take her time to figure it out. You're very brave when you're on someone's lap.
All right.
Or when the butt is pointing at you. I mean, she is a schnauzer. She's going to be barking.
I mean, we haven't seen hardly any barking until, well, that said, I haven't been working with her the past couple weeks, and I think she does bark a little in the crate when she's ready to get out, for sure.
Try getting her favorite toy out and letting her seeing if she'll play with you. Can I have a little kibble? Can I have a kibble to share with me? Because I can't reach mine.
There you go.
I'll keep him busy for a second.
And I can get your kibble down too. All right.
Just see if she'll play with you over there while I keep him busy.
Daisy, look. Oh, yes.
Can't resist your carcass.
Oh, good job. Oh, you got it. You got it. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so this is kind of cool, right? Like, I feel like a lot of people think their dog should always be playing with the other dog that's around.
Oh, it's way more important. She learns to play with you in the presence of other dogs. This is, relaxing for her. It's rewarding for her. I'd rather she learns to focus on her human than have to attend to another dog. It will make for a better, more balanced puppy. Imagine if every time we came into a room with a person, we had to full on, run up to them and pump their hand up and down, shake them, and
smell their butt.
Yep, exactly. Just
Metaphorically.
Be a bit much. Like, you should be able to walk into Starbucks and order your coffee and sit down and pull out your laptop and work. You shouldn't have to always hang out with and attend to the other people in the room. So this is really good for both of them too.
Right, and I feel like this is a testament to her love of this tug toy.
Ouch! When are your big teeth gonna come in? Mister, any day now. Some of them already have.
So
there you go. So she's doing well. Now take the toy, put it away for a sec, and see how she responds to Astro.
So with this sort of session, do you try and keep these short as well, or these can be?
And what I might do is put them away for a few minutes and try again. Like, let her marinate on that little brain for a minute and not feel overwhelmed. And honestly, even if they were playing like maniacs, I would break it up frequently and not let it get out of control and let them just spin like little kids. They just start spinning into a frenzy. Better to have little breaks.
Lots of starts and stops.
Yeah, so this has been a good first session, and she is playful. She's a little nervous about it and a little unsure, but she's handling it pretty well. She does, and she will be a dog that will want to play very soon. They meet again in a few days. Yeah, I bet this is a little different.
Right, this early positive experience will lay the foundation.
All right, so let's put her back in her crate.
Okay.
Just to keep it short and sweet.
Hey, Daisy, look at this. Ooh, yeah, we got some tasty stuff in there.
And I do also have an adult dog if we decided we want to do that. It would be less playful. It would be more just her meeting another larger dog who would be more likely to ignore her,
Should we maybe let her have like a little nap, settle down, and then try that in a little while?
Yep.
All right, sounds good. Well, this is fun. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Okay, so as soon as we let Daisy out of her crate, she stopped barking. By keeping the new dog, Astro, on leash, we gave Daisy the ability to control how close she wanted to be to this new dog. Kelly also tried to keep Astro facing her and away from Daisy, so that Astro's least threatening side, his butt, was facing Daisy. After a little while, they started playing together. We were able to feed them near each other, and I was even able to get Daisy's attention off of Astro by getting Daisy to play tug with me. This is wonderful because it's really important and useful to be able to get your pup's attention even in the presence of other dogs. Okay, Kelly brought another puppy with her, so let's see what Daisy thinks of this other dog. All right, so who is this, Kelly?
This is another little friend here, and we're going to try to acclimate Daisy to having the dog around while she's in her crate. We don't want her stressed out about that. We saw when we introduced her to Astro that there was a lot of kind of energy and angst around that.
Yeah.
So We have a smaller dog here. It's a little older, actually. This one's 7 months, I believe. That we're just trying to. You're just doing some classical conditioning with Daisy. The presence of another dog.
Oh, the doggy's a cookie dog. When we see this doggy,
can you turn? Why are you spinning up?
We eat cookies. All right, so I've got some enhanced kibble here.
And then here I'm turning her away again to try not to have too much eye contact. Not that she's giving a hard stare, but it's a lot of frontal.
Good girl, Daisy.
Confrontational body language. Okay, so when she's quiet, you think it's okay. You let her out. Once again, I've got a leash here on the older, more confident dog. All
right, she seems pretty calm. I'm going to let her out. All right, Daisy, you want to come say hi?
One more her size, and now her second newbie. Look at that. Very good. Nice. Her paws up and a little bit of an appeasement gesture. And we get a little paw and a woof. Come here. She's like, I want to play.
You seem like you have conflicted feelings.
Very nice, rounded butt sniff approach. Coming in from the side like that is very appropriate. And now we're going to do some nose to nose. I'm going to back her away for a second so that Daisy can have a break. That's definitely saying, come play with me. Why don't you come play with me? I'm friendly.
I see some waggling going.
I am just really playful.
This doggy is pretty cute. A fluffy ball of cuteness.
Yeah, who needs a grooming desperately and is just about to get one.
Oh, I like this shaggy look.
Believe it or not, I brushed her for like 45 minutes yesterday. She just goes back to crazy hair.
Yeah, that's a lot of hair.
So a little rounded, sniffing again. Really nice stuff there.
Oh. It's interesting how much barkier Daisy was in the crate, and then out of the crate, it's much. Well,
she had some, some barrier issues there. She felt maybe a little trapped, a little bit, or a little extra secure.
Right.
One or the other, or both. Right? You can be a little bit of both. I'm trapped. I can't control the proximity or the interactions. But also, well, nobody can get to me in here, so I can be as sassy as I want.
Right, Right, I'm a tough kid inside of my box.
Oh, my goodness. So maybe height has something to do with the fact that she's more confident. Maybe it's that these are some super excited pro-social behaviors coming over here, out of little Poppy over here. But also, it's now a second dog. Maybe Daisy's just feeling more confident because, I've done this before and it wasn't so scary. And this one also seems friendly. A little hide and peek, using you as a safety zone.
Doggy is hilarious.
She's doing all she can to tell Daisy, I am just a silly, friendly girl.
Yeah. You look like you're ready to play.
Shake it off. She jumped on you, I know. Shake it off.
Should I do any kibble or break out the toy? Or no, this is pretty cool.
They're interacting. There's no sign of, anyone being overly stressed. A little break over here. She wants to turn around for some reason to check in with me. So, there you go. Feel braver when you're in someone's lap, huh? But I like how Daisy decided to come over. Because this is the first time she tried to do something like that.
Right. Daisy? Yeah, it's a new friend. Are you making friends today?
Good.
Ooh, get a little sniff in. Or had her jump into my lap with such forces as today I might have to cover up the crucial areas.
Definitely using you as like a home base.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that your daughters did that when they first went to meet kids, didn't they?
Yes.
Would they hide and peek as well? And go?
A little bit. Not quite as leaping. Not quite as forcefully.
Would come over and
But
call
yeah,
you
yeah,
when they meet somebody new for a while.
Come hide behind a
A
leg.
little security. And then come out and test the waters again. Good girls. Come here, Pops.
Oh.
Yeah, attention, hanging out. Just hanging out. Doesn't always have to be crazy play. It's also good for them just to learn to be around each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like we did the feeding together with Astro and Daisy. Now we're just going to do some pets. Just hanging out. Oh, maybe she has to go pee, I think?
Yeah, it's been a little
A
while.
lot of play.
We
More
go
than
take
play.
a little.
Whoa!
Oh.
I think she may want to go potty.
All right.
But that was a good play session. And now she's met 2 dogs.
Yeah. All right. We go use the potty, Daisy. I'll get my shoes. Well, thanks, Kelly. Thanks for bringing yourself and 2 new friends for Daisy.
Sure thing.
All right.
Good job, Daisy. Very brave.
We'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
That was great. Daisy seemed more at ease with this new pup. It could be the fact that this new pup isn't as large as Astro, or maybe this session with Astro has already helped Daisy's confidence. A few more sessions like this will probably make a big difference in Daisy's attitude towards other dogs. So, I'm going to try to set up some more opportunities to meet other dogs, and I'm going to encourage my neighbors to do the same. All right, let's take a moment now to chat with Kelly about what she thinks about Daisy now that she's had the opportunity to meet her in person. All right, so this is usually the part in our video where we would do a Zoom call with our expert, but our expert's right here. So, Kelly, what did you think about what we did today with Daisy?
Well, I think it was a really great session for her today. First of all, meeting her was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
She's a doll. She's a very enthusiastic learner
Mm-hmm.
and a friendly girl. So that's awesome. So that was a bonus because all these different sessions you've done, I wanted to reach out and pet Daisy and handle her myself a little bit. And
Finally got your chance.
yeah, she's fun. She's super fun. And I think we uncovered a little bit of an insecurity in Daisy's
I've
repertoire.
never seen her bark so much as when you walked by with Astro.
Well,
that first
mark those words in this date of the calendar because she is a mini schnauzer.
Uh-huh.
That might be the first time, but that won't be the last time you hear her bark. But she was conflicted and I think she was excited and a little nervous, even from the crate. And we addressed that later on.
A little schmutz on you.
But she did a good job. She did a good job overall. It's exactly what you'd expect to see. It's good to give the puppy a place to kind of hide and peek. Well, before we get into that too much, I mean, the meeting a new person thing was nothing for her.
Yeah.
It did not bother her at all.
She just ran into your arms and started licking your nose, it seemed.
Yeah, she was very enthusiastic about meeting a stranger, and that's great. You guys all did a great job with that, and she's obviously a confident, happy pup when it comes to humans. But, it goes to show that, that's what's been focused on. She hasn't seen probably many dogs, only perhaps one since she left her litter, which has been 5 weeks now. So that's a whole, and that is not what we recommend at Sirius or at the Dunbar Academy. But this is your first time.
Yeah, right.
And I have not been directing you at all in advance, right? Well, very little. Like between sessions, we maybe give you, but this has been your show, and I would still say meeting people and seeing places and hearing sounds is more important than being uber dog social. But what you don't want is an underconfident dog that's going to be barky and nervous when in the presence of her own kind. So it is important to balance that out. It's something else to do. Most people, however, do a lot of that, do almost too much dog stuff where they become magnetized dogs over people. I was super proud and excited to see that she would play tug with you in the presence of her first dog, where she was still having conflicted feelings, both kind of pretty emotional at either side, a little nervous and a little excited, right? So, and she was still able to focus on you and her toy. So that's great. It went, but having a place to hide and peek, a lap or somewhere she can go under, having the other dogs somewhat managed or restrained at first so that there's not this overwhelming, because a lot of dogs are either going to be crabby about meeting a new puppy, especially if they're a little bit older, or overly exuberant if they're an adolescent, or maybe older puppy. And you don't want their first experience to be bad. First experiences mean a lot. And obviously, this isn't her first experience meeting a dog in life. She had litter mates and a mother at the very least. But she doesn't remember those things. And now she's at the age that, to her world is what's happening every day. And first experiences are important. So you do want to manage it appropriately and be thoughtful in how you manage the environment, the situation, how you choose the other dog. And then you add more dogs to the mix. And overall, I think it went really well, and I think she does want to play.
Yeah.
Now, just because she wants to play it, and definitely should meet other dogs, doesn't mean you should stop or slow down on all the stuff you're doing with play training with her yourself and obedience training. I would still say that I would double down on that if anything, because as Ian likes to say, as she becomes an adolescent, you will not even be as exciting as another dog's butt. So that day will come.
Yeah.
So the more of a foundation of a relationship and more money in the bank that you have towards, making her want to work with you and be with you and with the family, the better. You need to weigh all that heavily. Otherwise, a dog can become, dare I say, too dog-centric, where you don't have the relationship to get the behaviors that you want when you need them, like coming when called at the park, or a dog that would maybe run across the street unthinkingly, to see another dog that's passing by, or run out the front door, or jump out of a car when you get to the park, just because look, my friends are here, woo! You want to have, you want her to think that that's fun, but I love being with my person.
Yeah.
And then as you start doing more obedience training, access to other dogs, is gained by paying attention to you first, that kind of thing. So, but I think we set a nice foundation for that today. She does need to meet more puppies, so hopefully you'll do some more of that, and more dogs. It's not always best for them just to meet dogs of their own size or age group. You want them to meet a variety of sizes, and just like in a human world, we don't just throw all the preschools together and leave them on an island to fend for themselves, where they become feral little heathens. They go home to a family where they maybe have a grandma and grandpa as well, or an auntie, or neighbors down the street, and mom and dad, of course, or dad, whoever, whatever parental units, caregivers there are generally adults and of varying ages, and that's important for a child to get a well-rounded education and to realize that not everybody wants to play. Everybody will play the same way as you do with your best friend that's your same size and age, and that you have to respect elders, and that you have to respect different personalities and
So at what point? So I assume I don't need to introduce her to reactive dogs or dogs that are going to be like barking at her or aggressive.
No, she'll encounter that in life. We'd like to have
with friendly dogs. At what point would you let them off leash together? Like in these early sessions, we had the other dog on leash.
Just when I mean, it's a good question. I think you just have to read the room and feel it out. I guess when there's a couple different things. You'd want to know that you can call both puppies away with a lure, or with your prompting them with a little clapping on their names. So you want to see that you have a little control over the situation, and that you can take little breaks, so things aren't always escalating. You want to let things get a little excited and then mellow it back down, a little excited, mellow it back down, versus letting it get to a crescendo. And then also making sure that that the underdog, as it were, is not hiding anymore, or that the elder dog is not overly exuberant or of too much of a size and age differential to be responsible.
Yeah.
So a little tiny dog like Daisy, who is 10, 12 pounds, I would say, would not be best matched to be loose and free with a 80-pound adolescent German Shepherd, let's say.
Right.
They may be friends, they may be friendly, but that, let's say, a 6-month-old German Shepherd is maybe not 80 pounds, but maybe 60, can easily splat her.
Yeah.
And, with all the best intentions, but also doesn't really maybe know how to make the best decisions yet, being a young one themselves. So
there's no hurry to let them off leash. Like, it's more that she meets them and has
more
these
that she
positive.
meets them actually, and honestly sees them and has the little, like we did the training moment with Astro, I think, where they're hanging out and you were play training with Daisy and doing tug, and I was hand feeding and doing a little bit of position work with Astro. That's probably some of the most valuable stuff that you can do. Other dogs are around, it's not a big deal. We're hanging out together still, and it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll get to say hi, and maybe you won't.
Yeah.
I would say that's very valuable, too, just so that there doesn't have to always be an emotional component, whether it be happy and positive and overly excited or a little nervous, to being around other dogs. Neutralize it. We don't want to accentuate it. We want to neutralize it.
All right. Well, that sounds good. We will introduce Daisy to more puppies and dogs.
Yeah, have fun. I look forward to seeing that.
Yep. Yeah, you betcha. And we'll film some of it. All right.
All right. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for coming, Kelly. It was great to see you.
Good to see you.
See you in the next episode.
Well, that was really nice having Kelly here to meet Daisy. And it worked out really well that Kelly was taking care of a couple of friendly puppies that Daisy could meet. Because clearly, Daisy needs to start meeting more dogs. This was an area of training that I really appreciated having guidance for, and I came away with a lot of wonderful tips. When I introduce Daisy to other new dogs in the future, I'll look for friendly dogs that are fully immunized, I'll keep the new dog on leash, I'll use food to help Daisy feel at ease, and I'll see if I can engage Daisy in playing with me even when another dog is present. As she gets more comfortable, I might let the other dog off leash, but I'll try to keep things under control by frequently interrupting their play to have Daisy come to me for a treat or a brief round of tug with me before letting her go back to playing with the other dog, so she doesn't learn to totally ignore me when other dogs are around. Alright, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video, Week 6, Video 4. Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to learn more about dog training and behavior, make sure you visit dunbaracademy.com to check out our selection of courses, many of which are completely free. If you'd rather watch more of our videos here on YouTube, just click the links to the right, and if you want to follow us on social media, everything you need is directly below. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell for notifications.